Well, I'd like to say a few words about the Illinois Department of Human Services and the Illinois Coalition of Immigrant and Refugee Rights. Just say a few words about what really struck us strongly when we were reviewing these proposals. When you look at this proposal, when you look at these organizations, they really are a model, a national model of public-private partnerships. They combine the skills and the resources of one of the most forward-leaning non-governmental organizations in the country with a state that has a long, abiding commitment to integration and to access for immigrants. This is, after all, the state where Jane Addams founded Travelers and Immigrant Aid at the turn of the century. And it's clear, as we've heard today, that this is a partnership that serves as a catalyst for the state executive order on immigrant integration that's led the way for other states, for Maryland and for a block of other states across the country. The program just struck us as a blend of very smart, very effective program initiatives. One that the extremely successful civic engagement program that promotes citizenship. It's one of the most systematic and successful efforts in the country to make a large state agency accessible to non-English speaking potential clients. And the program has also created a very effective one-stop center where immigrants can look for work, they can look for child care, rehabilitative services, and other services. But what's really impressive about the Illinois effort, I think, and what has really struck us, is the unswerving character of the commitment of the state and of ICIRR to integration, to immigrant integration, a commitment that's now been sustained for over a decade and in the face of both political change and a very tough economy. So with that, I'd like to bring Grace up, along with Lawrence Benito, to accept the award.
Let's not forget the most important item. Thank you.
Yeah, he'll take the title. First of all, I want to thank, of course, the Migration Policy Institute and the Kaplan Fund for this honor. The award dollars are fabulous, but even more so, having it come from MPI is what makes it special for us. In our work, we have many times sought counsel, data, connections from MPI, and we thank you for it. Lawrence and I are so pleased to be here to accept this award on behalf of the Illinois Department of Human Services and the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights. We are so proud to be the recipients of the E Pluribus Unum Award and are so glad that the embargo has been lifted because we've been wanting to tell everyone we meet about this accomplishment. So that has been a great source of stress. As you can imagine, good news in Illinois state government has become increasingly rare, and this award is certainly a bright spot in our day, in our month, in our year, and I would also say our careers. Now, Lawrence and I have actually worked together on immigrant rights issues for over 10 years now. We have different roles now than we did 10 years ago when we first met. Me now as a government bureaucrat and him as a pesky advocate. And even in our roles, we are still united around immigrant integration issues and our passion for providing opportunities for immigrant families to live productive lives in our country. Fortunately, we have found places to work where our commitment to immigrants are not only welcomed, but encouraged and cultivated. And when I say places of work, I not only mean the Department of Human Services and the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights, but I do refer to Illinois state government and the state as a whole. The former governor created the first New Americans Executive Order, the first of its kind in the country, and the current governor has recently issued his New Americans Executive Order, and so this movement will continue in Illinois. Further, through the hard work and tenacity of the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights and its member agencies, they have become a force to be reckoned with on a state and increasingly a national level. As a result, the General Assembly has become an entity that also supports immigrant integration efforts. What we've tried to do in Illinois is to empower the 500,000 legal permanent residents, the 735,000 naturalized citizens, and the 1.5 million U.S.-born children of immigrants to care not only about issues that are germane to their immediate lives and the lives of their families, but also to ask, to encourage, empower, and educate them to care about the 500,000 undocumented individuals in Illinois. Unity, sisterhood, brotherhood, empathy, and sympathy. It takes a comprehensive approach, a true partnership based on shared values and commitment to accomplish all that we have, from implementing a language proficiency test for bilingual employees and interpreters to a full-service welcoming center, to establishing the new American Citizenship Program and a public benefits linkages program to the neighbor-to-neighbor program. We come together, Lawrence and I, and our organizations around innovative civic engagement strategies and an integrated, streamlined service delivery system. We work proactively, collaboratively, and intentionally. And in these budget times, there is no room for redundancy, waste, or miscommunication. They do what we can't do, and we do what they can't do. You know, acceptance speeches often include quotes from inspirational leaders, and I will do the same, but the way that I came to find these quotes is somewhat unconventional. I was reading Vanity Fair. Yesterday morning, I was sitting next to Lawrence flying into D.C., and I was reading an American Express advertisement that asked Jeffrey Canada, who many of you probably know is the director of the Harlem Children's Zone, several questions. And Jeffrey was asked, you know, what we do for others, and his answer was, we level the playing field. And that's really what I think immigrant integration is. It's not a special magical gift we are giving to people. It's about opportunities, and it's about possibilities. And what they choose to do with those opportunities and possibilities is up to them. Different individuals have different barriers and challenges to reaching opportunities and maximizing their possibilities. The Department of Human Services and Illinois Coalition have tried to break down some of those barriers so that through hard work, determination, grit, sacrifice, and courage, immigrants through hard work can achieve what they want in life. And if you ask most immigrants, like my parents and like Lawrence's parents, why they came to the United States and what they wanted from America, it's not a big house with a fancy pool and a fancy car, or food stamps for that matter, or Medicaid, or TANF. The people coming to our welcoming center and into the doors of our community agencies are asking for help to find a job to care for their family. And they are perfectly 100% okay with sacrificing their own happiness for their children. Immigrant integration is not a luxury any more than a good education for the children in Harlem. So with that, I hope that our good work in Illinois can grow in our state and throughout others. Thanks so very much again to MPI and the Kaplan Fund for honoring us and supporting us in the work we've done and to build coalitions with our partners in other states. And finally, I just wanted to give a shout out to Chris and the other staff at the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights who put our hard work into paper so that we could have a successful application. Thank you so much.